muscle clean, okay? I understand that typically the clean and jerk or the Olympic clean or whatever we're gonna call it is typically done dynamically. Now, the concept behind this is I use sport a lot of times, so let's use baseball as an analogy, right? Like swinging a baseball is very dynamic. Swinging a baseball bat, is very dynamic. But there's a lot of time spent practice hitting off a tee, for example. It's a great example to work on the mechanics of that swing, so when you do speed it up, right, it's what you expect. So muscle clean is one of those things that falls in that category for me because it's, number one, I think it's enjoyable for me. Two, it's technically difficult, which is a good thing in this field. And then three, the tendon muscle group, right? We're learning to stabilize and move those shoulders safely. So in order to get to reach our goal of mobilizing the shoulders in a technical way, safely, we just gotta hit a few points, okay? So what we're gonna do is I want you to I'm gonna demonstrate, but your launch position is like when you jump, right? I'm gonna take this good athletic position. I've said this a lot, right? From this position here, if you had a bar in your hand, that is from the high pull. So it's like we're jumping, bam, we're real dynamic when we jump. Okay, so we're very, very strong with that glute primarily because of that glute contraction. Okay, so we're gonna carry that over into this. We're only gonna move the bar fast enough to do the movement, right, without stopping. We want to muscle our way through it, but we don't want to muscle out of position. Okay, so big thing, rib cage, we're not going to get to triple extension, so we're not pulling the rib cage up. Okay, we're going to keep the rib cage down, and it's hard to kind of measure, right, because you can't really see if the bar path is really straight. Even if you go sideways to a mirror, you're going to be turning your head. It's going to screw some things up. So what I want you to do is just make sure we're getting that good launch position. Right? A good launch position is that bar resting, not really resting, it's placed on the thigh, okay, from this position. Like I said, this is kind of our jumping position. And from this, okay, I'm going to squeeze my glutes, and that's going to be my catalyst, my beginning movement pattern, is I'm going to start squeezing my glutes, okay, and my glutes come to a nice good contraction, nice stable contraction as the bar meets my shoulders. And I put it back slowly. Squeeze. So basically, what I'm doing here is I am practicing the movements and the mechanics necessary to do a power clean, hang clean, whatever we're going to call it, okay? So just a real quick refresher. My hand position, okay, it's about right here. Right about here is my hand position on that pull, and that's about the distance from it. One of the other things I really like about this in particular lift is it's a really good way to begin training some of, like I said, the technical difficulties of Olympic work, especially the hand work on the bar, okay? So that's the one thing I really want to keep in mind is when I get those glutes come to a full squeeze, that bar, the timing of that bar is settling. Okay, so that's kind of, we're not going to get too much in the minutia of this, but as long as the bar path is pretty straight, I'm not pulling that rib cage up to be dynamic, okay, and I'm able to work through, my hand position stays in. Like I don't want to be way out here. Let me show you here. On the clean, for example, I don't want to be way out here and my elbows inside. I'm working towards the goal of that, okay? Put it back. Put it back. Put it back. Okay? And that, folks, is my definition of the muscle clean.